Hello, it's Gem Games here once again, and today we're going to create a tracer for the bullets, so the shooting will feel a lot better. So yeah, let's get started. First, let's create a new folder, and let's call it projectiles. Projectiles like that, because we are later going to add some other projectile types when we are adding ray gun and stuff like that. Okay. And now let's create a new blueprint class, type actor, and let's call this like pp underscore base tracer or something like that. Okay, now let's open it. Okay, now what we want to do, we actually want to add a projectile. Oh, sorry, projectile movement. So this component. Okay, and now we want to check this projectile gravity scale. I'm going to set this to 0 or else it will be like falling. Okay, now the speed, let's just set it to like 500 and this to 500 so we can see how it works. Now let's compile. Now we want to add another, let's actually click this default scene root, and we want to add another component which should be type cascade particle system component. Okay, and I will rename this to tracer like that. And now we want to search for our tracer, and that should be these are all these. I'll show you. Tracer. Basically, these or the assault rifle, pistol, and sniper are all the same, but with like different. I will show you. Pistol, uh, pistol, like different size, but we can add a variable so we can change the size from there. So let's just to use the pistol tracer one. Okay. Now let's change this scale, X scale to 25. Okay. Yep. Now let's compile and save. Now what we want to do, we want to actually close this. Or actually, we don't want to do it yet. We want to go to the event graph and we want to remove everything else but begin play. And now we want to add a little delay to here, and let's make it like 0.3. That's pretty good. And after this, destroy actor. So like that. Compile and save. Now what we want to do, we actually want to go to the blueprints folder and to our weapon struct. Let's add a new variable and let's call it tracer underscore scale. Now let's change this type to the vector like that. Now let's save and close. Now we want to go to our weapon data table, and this is our first gun, so number 1, so the pistol. We want to change this tracer size to like 0.6, 0.6 and 0.6. I think that's pretty good. Now the next one, so the AR, I will change this to 1, all to 1. Also the second AR, 1, 1, 1. Okay, and now the shotgun. I think the good values for this shotgun are 0.7, 0.7, and 0.7. You can adjust these as you want. Just remember that the first one is like the length of that, and these two are like the width. Okay, now let's save and close. Now we want to go to our PP first person character. And let's actually just first go to the set weapon stats. Now we should have this new input here, or sorry, output. Now let's get it and promote it to a variable and continue connect it to here. Now I will actually delete all this and call this tracer underscore scale. Okay, like that. Now let's compile and save. Now we can close this and also this that we don't need in this video. And now we want to find our fire trace. So this one here. Oh. And now we want to go to here. Before this spawn emitter and spawn sound attached, we want to move all these a lot further, like that. And then let's actually move a little bit more. Now we want to spawn actor from class. And let's connect it to here. Okay. Now the actor should be, or the class should be pp underscore base tracer, like that. Now we want to split this spawn transform, and we want to actually change this collision handling override to always spawn ignore collisions, like that. Now we can compile and save. Now what we want to do, we actually want to get our weapon mesh, and we want to get socket location, like this. Now let's move it to here, and the socket location should be the muzzle, because every one of our weapons should have a muzzle slot socket, because we are spawning muzzle. Yep, muzzle flats. Okay. Now what we want to do, we want to get from this and look at rotation. So this one. And now we want to get from here, from the out hit, and break hit results, and let's open it like that. And now I will actually move that like this, and maybe like that. Now there is, we want to get this impact point and connect it to here. And then we can actually connect this rotation to the rotation, and from here this location to location, and to here scale. We want to get our tracer scale variable and connect it to there. And yeah, now I can show you. Let's do the shotgun later. I will show you now this first one. So now pistol, you can see it's going super slowly because we haven't, oh sorry, let's change, so we have to go back to our projectile here, and I will actually delete this link for now just to show you guys. I think I know this looks weird right now because it's going too slowly, but you can see it goes exactly where the bullet hole hits. But now when the tracer is going super slow, you can see the bullet hole is already there, but the tracer is going. That's basically just an effect. But now that we can see that it goes exactly where we want, like this, they go exactly where they should. Now we can actually change the speed. So let's go to the PP base tracer and to the projectile movement. And now let's change both of these speeds to 2500. So 25000. So sorry, 25,000, not 2500. 25,000, like that. And now I will show you again. Now you can see a little bit of the tracer when I shoot. It's just a little like effect. And when we are shooting with this, it should be a little bit bigger, as you can see. But now when we shoot to the sky, it doesn't spawn it because there is a little problem that I just remembered. We have connected this target to the impact point, but when we shoot to the sky, there are no impact points. So we want to actually remove this. And here at the bottom we have trace end. So this is the end point where the trace, like you know, trace end. And we want to connect this because this always has a point. So now when we go to the game and shoot to the sky, can see. Okay, and also with this one. So yeah, these look pretty nice. And now, when we have done that, we actually want to copy all this from here, from our file trace. So let's copy all this, like that. Now let's Control C to copy. And now we can go to our shotgun trace to here. Okay. And here we want to copy all that after this should hit get material or actor. Like that. Connect this to there. Like that. And now we just need to connect this to the out hit. And it should straight away work. And now when we have set all the tracer scale values from the data table, the shotgun should already have a right scaling or right size. So let's try. Our pistol is like this. Okay, let's see the shotgun. Okay, it actually don't work for some reason. Let's check again. Oh, sorry. When we're shooting sky, we want to connect this false there because without that it doesn't work. So let's actually add a little pin to here and connect that to there. Oh, like that. Now I will move this to here and also add another and connect to here and actually move that a little bit further like that. So either way, if we are not getting a hit, we will still spawn that tracer. So now we can try. So let's get our shotgun. And yeah, as you can see, the shotgun looks a lot more like dangerous. It looks that it actually gives some damage. So I think these tracers are pretty good for some game immersion. So like the game feels, I don't know, better. Yeah. And let's try this one. And if you want, you can set these to whatever you want. So if you go here to the weapon data table and you want, for example, change these pistols, this. For one, I can change these all to like 2. I will show you. I think these are not good for the pistol, but I will show. So I know it should be like more than 3 times bigger. As you can see. But when it goes too big, like lengthwise, if we set like this value too big, then it starts to spawn before the pistol. You can see when I shoot, I will show you. Wait a second. It will spawn from this part where it is not supposed to spawn. So that doesn't look very good, but yeah. Basically, you can just put whatever values you want to put here, like 11, 11, and let's leave that as 0.6. Now it should be like super big. But yeah, you can change these values as you want. But these are the values that I use. So 0.66, 111, 111, and 0.77. So 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. Okay, yeah, I think that was all for this video. If you like what you saw, please click the like button, and if you want to follow the see more of this series, please subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next one.